to some movies that I've picked up recently. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. Today's going to be kind of a basic, almost like a lo-fi, almost like an unedited style of video. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. So if you guys like these more random, sort of like whispered ramble videos on a bunch of random topics, please let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up. Pressing the like button really helps out so much. I know you guys are probably tired of me saying that, but it's literally the best thing you can possibly do for the channel. Also, if you could just watch the entire video, sit back, relax, and just enjoy the video, just watch the whole video, that'll also help out a lot. And comment down below maybe a movie that you watched recently, maybe a movie that you want to see, maybe your own ratings on these movies. Oh, actually, yes, I want to know your ratings on these movies. If you've seen them, do you like them? Maybe the other movies that are kind of related to them, other recommendations. I really want to know. First one is the entire trilogy of The Hangover, which is absolutely awesome and amazing. I guess what I can do first is kind of give you like a little bit of what's going on in the back here, kind of giving a brief description of the movie. Also, of course, ranking and rating the movie as well. The Hangover. They planned a Vegas bachelor party that they would never, ever forget. Now, they really need to remember what exactly went down. A baby, a tiger. Why is one of them missing a tooth? And most of all, where is the groom? Yeah, the first Hangover movie, in my honest opinion, might be one of the best comedies of all time. I think even for some people it might be their favorite comedy movie of all time. Being someone who has now been to Vegas a good amount of times, man, definitely when I was first going to Vegas and seeing all of like the cool spots that these movies were kind of filmed at. There's a lot of obviously Vegas filmed movies, but I think Hangover is the movie I think about most when I think about Las Vegas. And it is so funny. It is ridiculously funny. I think the comedy that they use in this movie is good. I know a lot of kind of movies like this that are kind of more raunchy, kind of edgier, kind of comedy movies can kind of do it a bit too much. But in my opinion, I think Hangover does it a very, very, very good job. Yes, it is raunchy, but it's not like over the top, kind of like cringy kind of raunchy. It is hilariously funny. I do love all the characters. Doug is super funny. Zach Galifianakis, that's hard to say. His character, super funny as well. Absolutely insane. It even has, it's an award-winning comedy also. These movies won awards. I did not know that. They also, of course, have the second movie, Hangover Part 2. Phil, which is Bradley Cooper's character, Stu, Ed Helms' character, Zach Galifianakis' character, Alan, I forgot his name was Alan, and then Doug, who was the other guy. They all travel on an exotic Thailand trip for Stu's wedding. What could go wrong? An excessively funny follow-up to a smash hit that demonstrates that even through friendship and what happened in Vegas, may not have stayed in Vegas, but has followed them to Bangkok. Yeah, the second movie, in my opinion, is not the best. And I do think the movie kind of takes a little bit of a dip after the first one. Now, the second one is obviously super iconic as well. It's also very funny. I think the raunchiness of the jokes definitely take a little bit of a leap in the second movie. I don't really remember entirely because I think I've only seen it a couple times. But I really do think the first one is the best one. Probably the most iconic moment in the second one is when Ed Helms' character gets the Mike Tyson tattoo on his face, which is just absolutely insane. But I do think it's really cool. is locked up in a Taiwanese prison. Phil, Stu, and Doug are finally living blissfully post parts 1 and 2, and now living uneventful lives. Until their best friend Alan ditches his meds, goes off the rails, and triggers a final odyssey of this comedic trilogy. Dun dun dun. Yeah, basically Leslie Chow is just a super crazy, just a criminal, and Alan, for some reason, is still talking to this guy like they're best buddies, and it kind of gets the rest of the guys in trouble, so probably befriending a drug lord is probably not the best idea. But Alan is the best. Alan is so funny, in my opinion. He really makes these movies. Anyways, Hangover 1, 2, and 3. The first one, absolutely amazing. I think I'd probably give it like a 4 out of 5. I think it's one of my favorite comedies. It's one of the best comedies. I love it a lot. It's a very easy, rewatchable comedy, which I think is actually kind of rare when you can rewatch a comedy and the story is so intriguing that even though you've heard the jokes and you know what's gonna happen, it's still a good comedy. Like Step Brothers is the same way, Rush Hour is the same way, Anchorman is the same way. I feel like sometimes when you watch a comedy movie and like you've heard the punchlines 100 times, the movie is kind of boring, you can't watch it anymore. To me personally, the first Hangover movie, you can do that. Hangover Part 2, probably give it like a 3 out of 5, maybe a 2.5 out of 5. It's not the best. Again, I haven't seen it in a very long time, but it's still funny, of course. If you've never seen it, watch it, you're gonna laugh, but it's not really a comedy you're gonna come back to every once in a while. Hangover Part 3, I'd probably also give it like a 3 out of 5. Nothing too crazy. It's funny, it's good, definitely watch it, but the first one is the best one. Kind of a no one there. Anyways, really good. Next one is kind of a quick one, and this one I actually did buy because A, I think I've only seen it one time. It was in the theaters. B, or number 2, they're coming out with a new one soon, so I kind of want to get my bearings. And thirdly, I liked it. I liked the first one, so the second one I haven't seen in a really long time. Now You See Me 2. Now You See Me 2. Yeah, these are magic movies. Now I know, Jake, why are you watching a movie about magic? These are actually extremely cool. I'm not like a huge magic guy. Even, again, I just mentioned before, I love going to Vegas. I've never seen like a magic show in person, but I do like seeing like David Blaine, and obviously when like Chris Angel's Mind Freak was big back in the day, that was really cool to see, and all the other kind of crazy magic trick stuff is really cool. I mean, you guys watch probably card magic all the time on JoJo and Dido's channel, so ASMR in the same way. The first one was actually really cool. These ones also aren't that bad. They have Jesse Eisenberg, Mark Ruffalo, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, Daniel Radcliffe, Lizzie Kaplan, and Morgan Freeman. Literally a star-studded cast. It's insane. The first one, or even in this movie, I don't remember, has a really cool movie scene where like they have to hide this playing card from getting like stolen from them, and they're getting patted down, and they're like flicking this card around to all of the different people. I thought that part was really, really cool. And let's actually see here. The Four Horsemen, which if you don't know, that's the name of the quad, I almost call them a trio, a quad, the quadruples they have here. I don't know what you would call that. The Four Horsemen return for a second mind-bending adventure, elevating the limits of deep stage illusion to new heights in an adventure that takes them around the globe. 1 year after unwitting the FBI and winning the public's adulation with their Robin Hood style of magic spectaculars and illusionist magic tricks, it comes back to bite them. The man behind the scene vanishes in an act that no one else has seen before, other than Walter Mabry, M-A-B-R-Y. I'm assuming that's Daniel Radcliffe's character. magicians who use their magic to rob people. And it's not like people, but like, people who are well off, or the government, they are, again, Robin Hood style of people, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, yada yada yada. Actually really cool. I don't really remember this movie very well. I do, again, remember the first one being okay. I think there might even be four. There might even be four movies. There's obviously at least three, because there is a new one that is supposed to come out, I think, relatively soon. I would probably give the second one maybe. The first one I did like. I'd probably give that one like a 3 or a 3.5. If I do remember, this one was also kind of good. I mean, it has Daniel Radcliffe in it as well, Mark Ruffalo. Ooh, man. I'd probably give it like a 2.5 out of 5, maybe a 3. Usually it's pretty rough that a sequel is just as good as the first one, but yeah, I did like the first one, and I need to watch that one. That was actually one that I needed to buy to actually watch. Next up, some Batman. Got some Batman movies. We have here Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Yes, another 2-disc set. If I'm buying movies, I'm getting the best bang for my buck here. These are the Batman that I grew up watching. These are the homie George Clooney. Yes, George Clooney. The first one was there's Tommy Lee Jones, Jim Carrey in these movies. There's obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's Chris O'Donnell, Uma Thurman. These movies are absolutely stacked with some great Batman and Batman characters. Absolutely insane. Now, are these movies good? No, they're not the best Batman movies, of course. The Batman, really good. There was another The Batman, the one that recently just came out. That one was good. There's, of course, The Dark Knight. All those movies are insanely awesome. A lot of really good Batman movies. These ones are definitely forgotten about, but again, your boy loves nostalgia, so anything nostalgic I will eat up, and these movies are nostalgic. I used to have these on VHS and watch them from time to time. Now, the main reason why I really love these movies, is that guy and that guy. I thought Robin in these movies was the coolest dude around. This guy made Robin cool. I mean, of course, the comics also makes Robin really cool, but this was almost like the first movie adaptation that really made Robin actually look like a cool person, like a cool hero. And in my opinion, even like the video games kind of take a lot of homage to how the movie character was, and I think these movies made Robin really cool. I love Robin because these movies, the Batman in these movies also do a pretty good job. George Clooney does a good job as the Batman, nothing crazy. I think Arnold does a great job being Mr. Freeze, and there hasn't even been another Mr. Freeze, I think, in another Batman movie since Arnold, and I think Arnold does a great job. Great job. Not like, Heath Ledger, obviously, level. I think Danny DeVito's Penguin was also really good, but I think Arnold does a really good job. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, also great job. And Jim Carrey as the Riddler, also insane. Now, yes, in the Batman, the most recent one, that's an insane adaptation of the Riddler. If you want more of like a comic accurate Riddler, Jim Carrey does a great job, in my opinion, as another Batman villain. Batman movies are just stacked with great acting villains. Well, very good. I don't want to say great, and again, they're not. Heath Ledger, sorry. In this movie is an exciting third and fourth act of the hit movie Quadrilogy. There's a quadrilogy, there's 4 of them. Oh my goodness, okay, well, I only have 2 of them here. That rejuvenated the Batman franchise. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Val sorry. Anyways, and the Riddler joined forces to take on the Batman in Batman Forever. Nicole Kidman as Dr. Chase Meridian. I didn't know that was their character's name. And Chris O'Donnell as Robin also star. Who becomes, I think, does she become Batgirl in this movie? I know Batgirl is in this movie, but I don't know. I don't really remember that movie that well then. That is so funny. The threat of eternal winter in Gotham City can't keep the action from heating up in Batman and Robin. Mr. Freeze, played by Arnold, aims to put the world on ice, making Batman, George Clooney, and Robin his anti-polar opposites. I wish they would really describe the movie a bit more, because I really don't remember, but that is really cool. Anyways, dude, this movie said really dope. What actually I would really be interested in is the back, kind of like behind the scenes bonus features, which is actually something I really miss about kind of all the things nowadays are being streaming and streamed on, is the bonus features, the deleted scenes, the bloopers. God, I like is so nostalgic after watching a movie, and then as soon as the movie ends, going to the bonus features and watching the bloopers. I used to love watching the bloopers after, watching a really good movie. Those are always really fun. Anyways, what I would rate these movies. Oh, I'm super sorry, I forgot to rate them. I think both of these movies are relatively equal. I think I'd give them both a 3.5 out of 5. That's probably a pretty upscaled, way of rating these. These movies aren't that good. These are just how I remember these movies. Again, I actually will be watching these ones. I'll definitely be watching the Hangover ones and even the Now You See Me 2 movie. But these, I remember really liking them. So I think I'd probably give them like a 3.5 out of 5. I think they are pretty solid. That might be kind of too intense of a rating though. Maybe like a 2.5 once I actually watch them. And lastly, it's not really a movie that I really need to go into much detail. Star Wars Episode 6. Star Wars Episode 6. Don't really need to watch or read off the backstory to this. It's literally Star Wars Episode 6. It is actually my favorite of every Star Wars movie. I love Star Wars Episode 6. I think it is my favorite one. And in my opinion, I think it is the best one. I think 6 and 3 might be my favorites. 5 is really good. I do think Episode 5 is a little overrated. I think some people have even stated that number 5 is like one of the greatest movies of all time. And another kind of hot take, and it's coming from a Star Wars fan. You guys know I love Star Wars, but you know what? I think number 4 is even kind of overrated. I think number 4 is great. But my god, number 4 is such a tough watch. It is such a long movie. Nothing really happens. It's cool. It's fun. But that is a tough watch. Anyways, Episode 6, Luke Skywalker finally has a showdown between his father that he just learns is his father from the 5th movie, taking over the galaxy with Emperor Palpatine, and Darth Vader even tries to persuade Luke to join the dark side, which is really cool. Yeah, I really love Endor. I think the Death Star looks really cool after they try to rebuild it. The glare. Try to rebuild it even after Luke blew it up in the 4th movie. And I love it. I love it a lot. I think it's definitely the best one, in my opinion. I love Luke's green lightsaber. Even his hilt is super cool. The opening is amazing with Luke breaking out Han and Leia, and that opening part where they're on Tatooine is really cool with Jabba and Luke kind of jumping out of his little handcuffs with the green lightsaber. That part is always really cool, and the fight between Luke and Darth Vader is just amazing. It's so great. I love this movie so much. Yeah, that's for sure. I would probably give that movie like a 4 out of 5. I don't want to give out too many 5 out of 5s. I don't think any of these movies are 5 out of 5s. If you guys want me to, I really love movies. I love watching movies. I even like buying kind of like random DVDs like this. If you guys want me to do this again, or again doing like a letterbox movie, definitely let me know. Rate these movies down below in the comments as well. And I love you guys. Love you, love you, love you guys. And I'll see you again in another video.